Now, a lot of people going camping these days are having increasing numbers of items that can be recharged. Just got a selection of some of the gear that we've got that we recharge daily or every other few days. Now, there's different ways of recharging, of course. The primary system for all the camper trailer is a solar panel and battery system. We use 370 watts of solar panels, and we've got two 120 amp hour batteries, and from that we do all our recharging, and we run the Engel fridge, and it's running at the moment as a fridge freezer with a 2-zone on top, so that's 60 litres of freezer and 40 litres of fridge. Now, these items here are all to do with what we do when we're camping. Of course, we do filming and photography, so we're going to need camera gear. Unfortunately, not all the camera manufacturers have caught up with technology, specifically gear like this, the Nikon. It's a very nice camera, does a good job. Its big downfall is the fact that it has a 240 volt charger. More things these days are moving towards charging straight from USB, which makes a hell of a lot more sense than having to have specific batteries in a 240 volt charger. That makes life a little bit more difficult, and in order to get the job done on the road, we have to have things like this. This is a red arc inverter, sine wave inverter, and that's what we use both to run the computer, to recharge the Nikon, and one or two other items that won't recharge just by USB. This is the laptop we use when we're away. Of course, all the daily footage from whatever cameras we're using for that day gets uploaded onto that and then backed up onto another hard drive. So we've got 2 copies of everything at all times. Of course, lighting is also a main item that you need when you're camping. This one we've showed you in another clip. Our Aldi torch. Other lights we use. This is a Hawk light. We got that one from Bunnings. Makes a change that we didn't buy something from Aldi, but we'll get to that. This is very useful for broad area lighting. Rechargeable battery inside it. I assume once these things die, the batteries are not that easy to replace. There are screws on here, and obviously the battery is located in this cylinder, but whether the batteries are actually available, I don't know. This one we find particularly useful because we do filming as well, and we have on the bottom of it a tripod mount. So we can just hook that up somewhere, position it wherever we want it, and get good light. Several different lighting functions. You use it as a torch. 1 or 2 of the main lights on, and you may just see that flashing red. That's an emergency. Folds up neatly. Yet another Aldi product. This one I bought not so much for the light on it, but for the fact that it's got an insect grill in there that will kill bites. Rechargeable USB. Some items that are not rechargeable will take rechargeable batteries. So we do have torches that are older and don't have an internal rechargeable battery. You can usually put AA's or AAA's in and charge those up, but again, you're going to be relying on an inverter because you're going to need 240 volts to charge these up. Another way of charging that we've got for when we're away from the camper trailer, if we need more charging than we have available at any given time, is this. If you watch our other videos, you will have seen this before, so I'm not going to go into too much detail with it. I'll put a link below so you can have a look at the complete review of it. But very useful. It charges 5 volt items, 3 little solar panels, 18 watts. It comes with these little clips so you can hook it up onto something, and in the back you keep your charging cables, and there's 2 charging ports down in there, standard USB charging ports. Of course you can carry a generator with you when you go camping, but more and more places are banning those, and you're not going to be popular with the neighbours. So if you've got solar, that's the best way to go, because once you're set up, all your power is basically free. That's always a good thing. One thing I haven't mentioned there, a little Sony rechargeable speaker. Picked that up on special for 30 bucks, so that's not a bad item to have. We use that for if we want to listen to music. You can just play music from your phone onto that, or we hook it up to the computer, and instead of having the crappy tinny computer speakers, we've got something decent to listen to when we're watching a movie or a documentary. Now the last item I've got on the table here, another Audi special, is a fan. It's surprising just how often you need a fan when you're out camping and it's hot and you just need some way of cooling down, and this will do the job pretty well. This will charge by 240 volt, it will also charge from 12 volt. That's very useful. 2 speeds, low and high. It does put out quite a bit of wind, certainly enough for most people's needs. One little addition it has, which we think is useful, we always like things with more than one function, it has a couple of lights on it. So if you forget to charge up everything else and you've only got your fan left, well, there's a bit of light there you can make use of. There's an oscillator on the back. And as you can see there, moves the fan backwards and forwards. I did attempt to do a review on this in another video, but unfortunately the camera ran out of memory and I didn't complete the review. So this is just a basic look at the fan and its functions. Good to have that either on the table inside or sitting on the floor, and in our case at the camper trailer you can even put it at the foot of the bed if you need an afternoon siesta, which us poor old fellas sometimes need. So that gives you a little rundown of some of the rechargeable gear that's available. There's more than this. One thing I did mention there was the little GoPro camera. We use about 4 of those, and they will charge up quite happily with a USB as well. The ubiquitous mobile phone, everybody's got a mobile these days, and you're going to need to charge that when you're out as well. Now as a portable item, if you haven't got any other source of power available, get yourself a power bank. An idea to keep your cables and your power bank together, get a piece of double-sided Velcro, just wrap that around it. It keeps your cables neatly on the power pack. This one has a little basic light on it. It will do if you're trying to see something desperately in the dark and you've got no other means of doing it. But if you're getting a power bank, try and get one with an LED readout. They're really a lot better than ones that have got no readout and you've got no real idea other than maybe a few little LED lights on the side. This one will give you the actual percentage charge. 2 ports out, 1 port for charging, and you can just chuck that in your backpack, stick it on your dash when you go out filming or whatever you're doing. Great way of recharging both your cameras and your mobile phone. Okay, well that's about it for this segment. Hopefully you found something interesting or useful there. We've got quite a few different segments out of this trip, and we hope you've enjoyed them all. If you like the videos we're making, don't forget to give us that thumbs up at the bottom of the video, and if you like the channel, please subscribe, because that helps us get more attention from YouTube. Okay, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later. See ya.